Did you know that money responds like a well-trained animal and only obeys those who understand how to summon it with the proper vibration? When you master commanding it, it doesn't just come, but multiplies in extraordinary ways. There are unseen powers that control how much money flows into your life and how much moves away. And even working hard, you may sense something blocking this energy. In 1925, Florence Scovel Shinn, a revolutionary teacher of spiritual science, revealed something revolutionary. Money doesn't respond to need, but to authority. During the Great Depression, she taught ordinary women to command their money, and many increased their income in the midst of the worst economic crisis in history. The first principle is the command of divine multiplication. Florence taught that money is a form of conscious energy that operates by specific laws. Money reacts to the vibration of authority much more than to that of need. When you approach money as one who begs, you repel it. When you approach it as one who commands, you attract it. Money operates like a well-trained soldier. If the commander hesitates, the soldier doesn't act. But when the order is clear and firm, money responds. In New York, Florence taught her students to command more. Each morning, standing before the mirror, they will hold themselves erect, inhale profoundly, and announce, "Divine money, I command you to increase in my life now. You come to me from all possible directions because I am a flawless conduit of infinite abundance." The key was in the energy behind command, which needed to sound like an irrevocable decree. Another important aspect is healing the relationship with money. Florence said that money has energetic recall, and that our energy toward it leaves marks that decide whether it approaches or distances itself. If for years you've communicated with money through fear, resentment, or guilt, it's as if you've driven away an expected guest. Most people have been summoning money with the voice of poverty and guilt. Before directing your money, Florence taught reconciliation with it. In silence, her students would say, "Dear money, pardon me for having seen you as my enemy. Today I understand that you are divine energy wanting to manifest itself through me. I honor you, respect you, and embrace you into my life." This exercise was profound vibrational reset that totally shifted a person's vibration. Advancing in this direction, Florence developed the energetic operation of poverty beliefs. Beliefs about money are like hidden foundations that dictate how much your prosperity can grow. You can toil diligently, but if the roots are corrupted, the tree will never bear abundant fruit. No one is born with poverty consciousness. We inherit them from family conversations and childhood stories. Phrases like "money is dirty" or "to earn money you must suffer" lodge themselves in the mind as internal laws. The process commenced with silence, where Florence asked them the question, "What belief about money have I adopted and still carry?" Once recognized, they would say, "This belief is not mine. I give it back." My mind turns clean and open to receive the divine truth about abundance. Then they would install new beliefs such as, "I am an inheritor of infinite abundance," or "money moves toward me effortlessly." Added to this, Florence taught the contrast between desiring and demanding. Desire springs from lack. It's looking at what you want while feeling it's far away. Demand emerges from a knowledge that something already belongs to divine right. To desire is to say, "I don't have," creating more experiences of not having. To demand is to announce, "It's mine and I receive it now," triggering invisible forces. In this context, another principle is to originate instead of competing. Florence emphasized, "Never battle for money, create it." Competing indicates scarcity. Creating indicates infinite abundance, knowing that you can produce new opportunities. When you compete, you fixate on what others have. When you create, you align with the infinite source, with distinctive fresh concepts. Each person has a particular talent for creating wealth that, when expressed, not only generates income, but enriches others. Similarly, Florence taught the decree of total sovereignty. It was an act of complete power over one's own financial kingdom. The decree was, By my divine authority as a child, a creator of all abundance, I decree that my financial reality changes now. I command that all invisible forces operate to multiply my money perpetually. The difference lies in recognizing that the power to transform is already within you, and upon declaring it, the universe moves to obey. Moreover, Florence taught the spiritual plan of your abundance. The universe needs clear instructions. It was about detailing how much, how, when, and for what you would receive. Her students committed a daily moment to answer, how much money do I want? From what sources? How do I want experience when receiving it? The more details, the easier for the universe to materialize. The design must be formulated from a consciousness of shared abundance. Bearing this in mind, the last step is to sustain prosperous consciousness. Awakening abundance is the first part. Mastery lies in maintaining it. Maintaining requires constant focus, upholding the internal state that summons it. This state is composed of gratitude, certainty, and openness to receive. A key principle was to open each day with anticipatory gratitude, not only for what you already have, but for the abundance approaching. When you offer appreciation in advance, you give the universe the signal that you've already received. Another practice was to mentally sanctify all money seen circulating, preventing envy from polluting your vibration. It's worth noting that abundant sharing was essential. It was about supporting causes that expanded abundance in the world. Giving with joy was like seeding in fertile ground. What you give comes back multiplied. The crucial point is to feel that you join the universal flow. What you retain out of fear stagnates. What you give with love multiplies. Another key was to protect your mind, avoiding environments loaded with scarcity, because your consciousness is the attractor of your experience. Florence ended with a powerful reminder. You are not a subject of economic circumstances. You are the architect of your financial reality. Money is your servant and ally. Now reaffirm your commitment by saying, I decree that my prosperity expands perpetually in perfect harmony. I give with joy, receive with gratitude, and preserve the infinite flow of my wealth. If these words connected, write in the comments, I decree, to seal your commitment. Share this video with someone who needs to remember they are the creator of their reality. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because I will share more principles that can multiply your prosperity. Abundance doesn't come to those who hesitate, but to those who command.